Hello beautiful souls, I'm Isha Bafna and welcome back to our channel. That girl, Harshita. So tell me, what do you think your image of that girl? See,
I think for me, that girl is a person, a woman who knows what she wants, who knows her own self-worth, who knows how to go ahead without being dependent on anyone else. Be it your partner, be it your parents, no one else. She just knows exactly what she wants.
yeah, she is her top priority.
Yeah, I think that is that number one thing to be that girl. What according to you is that?
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. I feel like that girl is someone who will prioritize herself first. She will know when to say no. She will know that she has dreams and she'll do anything to get them.
I think saying no is that number one thing to become that girl. Because it just rewires your brain to the point that you value yourself, you know your worth. You just don't give in for anything or anyone else. Like the energy is the priority.
Energy.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think we both vibe at that frequency where we believe in energies.
Yes.
The vibe that you connect with a person or a situation.
Yes. Energy से याद आया इस पॉडकास्ट की एनर्जी बढ़ाते हैं. So let's start with a game. So Harshita, I have a game for you. You have to guess if this item is that girl or no. Like, will that girl use it or not?
Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead.
Let's go. So first is a water bottle.
I think that girl because it's important to stay hydrated.
A green smoothie.
Green smoothie gives like a healthy vibe, so definitely that girl.
Definitely activewear, like
Oh, I love
sets,
we are
matching
fitness
sets.
buddies, like we are fitness partners, so matching fitness then definitely yes, that good vibes. It just gives like that entire vibe of entering into that gym with your fitness. I think whenever I'm dressed up well, I feel working out more and I feel more
Exactly.
pumped up.
Cute fits like give you that vibe to work out, even when you don't. Sugary energy drinks.
I don't think so, that girl. I'm actually off sugar, so I wouldn't. I'm not having sugar. So yeah.
Late night binge watching.
I'm not a late night watcher. I don't think so. That's that good for me.
But I
I
mean,
would say it's like some days we need that time for yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's like a 50-50.
it's like a 50-50 situation.
A Pinterest vision board.
Oh, definitely yes. I always have a vision board. I actually have monthly vision boards as well, where I set goals for myself and then I visualize it every day. Because I think visualization is a very important process to go towards your goal or to make your goals and achieve.
100%. Books like the 5 a.m. Club or Atomic Habits.
Oh, I think reading is one of the habits that I'm building like for the 2025 season. I'm getting into the reading process. So yeah, the non-fiction books gives you a lot of value. So definitely again, it's that good vibe.
Definitely, 100%. Do you think like a lot of makeup
Yeah.
is that girl, or do you think minimalism is the key?
I think I can't define that girl in this situation because if you do makeup in like a very professional manner, in a very subtle manner, it makes you actually look presentable. It depends on where you are going. If you're going to a situation where there's no loud makeup required, then you're going to look like a clown. So yeah.
Skincare products.
For skincare, I think you should be the one telling me about this thing because you look at your skin, bro. I want a glass skin like
I
you.
mean, skincare, I think the less you do, like less is
Simple
more.
is-
Yeah, because I feel like earlier when I used to do like a lot of skincare, a lot of active ingredients on my
Yeah.
face, I think I used to break out a lot.
Yeah.
And now when I've kept it very minimal, like sunscreen, moisturizer, lip balm, that's all.
Yeah, I think
So I
I do
feel
the
like, yeah, that enhances your natural
And I
skin's
think
oil.
skincare is definitely a that girl thing because it
Yes.
shows that you're taking care of your skin. So yeah, definitely.
Skipping breakfast for coffee.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. So, but I wouldn't call it a not that girl thing.
Yeah, but I think the first, like when you wake up, the first thing people have is coffee. But I think that is not right because it messes up with your system. So like, I mean, you can have something with coffee, like not just wake up and have coffee.
I really need like a lot of food. I need my breakfast to be like proper.
Yeah, king size breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, overdoing with to-do lists without any breaks.
Oh my god, I don't believe in that thing. I actually go in, time blocking system where I'm gonna work for like 45 minutes and then I'm gonna give break to myself and then again do the task because if there are a lot of tasks, I become very overwhelmed and then my tasks are not even over. So I don't like to be in that anxiety state. So I do that thing for myself.
But you know, some people have like this thing where they need to stay productive like 24/7 or like even if they waste time, so they get that guilt.
The reels, and when you're seeing a lot of motivational reels, we feel like we're not doing enough in life, and that makes us feel that, oh my god, I'm nowhere, and these guys, 18-year-old kid is buying their own first car, and what am I even doing? But it's like you are at your own pace. I trust God's plan, and I just think that I want to give my all with every part. That's what I aim at.
So like people have this question that how, okay, they're starting out, they are young teenagers,
Yeah.
like early, adulting phase. So what are your tips to them? Like how can they start out? Like what should they do to start out to be the best version
That's
of
nice.
themselves?
I think I've noticed this pattern in all the young generation kids. I think we are young too. But
yeah, I mean, we are pretty young. We are 21 and like 23. Come on, we are
But
very
I've
young.
noticed this one thing that they feel stuck in their work. They're feeling lost. They're feeling confused because they don't have enough skill set. So I think the number one thing for them would be to build enough, like a, master in one thing, where they can be confident in their work. And one thing that they have to learn is patience. They have to understand this one point that it's gonna take time. It's gonna take like 2 years, 3 years, where you become like a master in one skill. Because once you do that, then you're not going to feel that stuck feeling anymore. Then you're going to go ahead like you're owning it. That's what makes them feel stuck. They're going for multiple things rather than mastering one thing. Exploring is okay, but then when you're feeling so overwhelmed that, oh my god, I have to do this as well, this as well, this as well, you're not going to end up anywhere. That's what I've learned in my journey.
But Harshita, with me, it's like I am a jack of all trades. Like I love doing multitasking. Like I'm not very good at just one, like doing just one skill for my entire life. I mean, I have like backup options or like a few things I'm good at and passionate about. So how do I go about with it? Because you are saying to master like one skill, but like I can't just do that my entire life. Like,
I think I get you.
so I like to do like a few things and try out everything, and then whichever works best for me, or maybe do everything.
Yeah. I get it completely, because I am myself jack of all trades and master of none. I've been through that phase. And if you notice your thing, Isha, you're a model, okay?
Yeah.
So 70% skill that you have is the modeling skill that you have. Like the gestures, the walk, the presentability that you have in you. That's 70% there. So you have like a good percentage of strong skill in you that's going to help you on. Then you have passive income, and I think you have a strong personality to do teaching, to teach dance, to do choreography. So I think that is balancing it well. But there are so many people that are good at nothing, and they try to grab on everything. So it's better that they focus on one thing and then go ahead.
How do you walk into a room and grab everyone's attention? Like I'm sitting here and you walk in and I'm like, bro, I want to be that girl.
Whose attention?
I mean, whoever, like, you walk into the room with such an aura, such a magnetic aura, that everybody is just like, who is she? Like, they just want to know about you, and you're so attractive, like, magnetically attractive, that everybody just, like, wants to be you.
Yeah.
So how to develop those, like, that kind of a confidence and that kind of a personality?
I think for me, in my own head, I am the most attractive person, okay? So I don't have to please anyone, or I don't have that thing in me that I would want someone else's attention on me. So that is, I think that is one power move, that is one strong aura that you create around yourself, because you know it that I'm the best. If you don't think that you're the best, you're not the best, okay? You always seek on validation from others. That only that person tells me that I'm the best, only that person is giving me attention, then only I'm the best, then you're just stuck in that own loop of self-doubting. You're not having enough self-esteem to understand your own worth. So I think for me, I already know that I'm the best. I already know that I love myself. So I don't care if anyone is giving me attention or not.
Don't chase, just
Yeah.
attract. I like it. I mean, I'm a
I don't
very
chase,
big,
I attract, yeah.
I'm a very big believer of manifesting and visualizing. So
Yeah.
if you yourself love yourself and think
Yeah.
you're the best, you're
Yeah.
like on top of the world, so that then only others can also think that, because
Yeah.
when you yourself are doubting yourself, then you can't expect others to like trust
Definitely.
you.
How can you expect someone else to love you if you don't love yourself? Right.
Exactly.
And there are so many people who would, try extra. They would enter the room, and then there's anxiety, then there's
Yeah.
stress.
I know a
Why
lot
do you
of
want to feel
people.
stressful about, you know? You have your own attention, you have your own love with yourself.
You know, like those pick-me girls.
Yeah, I would want to be in a space where I'm at peace.
Yeah.
When I'm at peace with whoever I am, whatever I am. I have been through that phase where I wanted a lot of attention, where I was in that constant stress that what if people don't like me. But now I'm fine. Like, it's okay. Not everyone is gonna like you. You know? Do you like everyone?
No.
No, right? So everyone is not
But
gonna
I
like
don't
you.
even hate everyone.
Yeah, that's
Like,
okay. That's
yeah.
completely okay. But you have your own vibe, and if people don't like you, it's
But you know, I feel good when people don't like me. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel superior when I have like haters or when like people don't like me because I feel like I've achieved something. Like they hate me because they are envious of me. Like, you know, I have something that they don't have. That's why that person hates me. Like I think from their shoes.
Yeah.
Like why do people do hate comments? Like trolling has been such a big part of
Yeah.
social media lately. And why do they troll? Because they themselves are insecure of something that you have.
Yes.
Like, oh, you're beautiful, but still people are commenting like, oh, she's so ugly or whatever. Because you are ugly, bro. Not because she is. So I think like that comes out of insecurity, and then I understand that, and that's why I don't get any affected by trolls or like hate comments or people who don't like me. I'm like, it's okay.
I think that's one positive way to take yourself
Yeah.
ahead. If you keep on like, you know, being in that negative space that, oh my god, if that person called me ugly, you're not gonna go ahead. You just have to do the self-talk, the positive self-talk, and I think Isha has one for
Yeah.
herself. Yeah.
I
She
don't
likes it when people hate her, so
Yeah.
she's unstoppable.
Yeah, I like it when people hate me because then it gives me like the motivation to like, I want them to hate me more, so I'll achieve more.
That's
like
really-
I'll reach like greater heights, so you hate me more.
Yeah.
How to attract the right energy, like in terms of like partners, whether like relationships or friendships, like any kind of partner. Like how do you find that right energy with that person, or how do you know that this person is good for you, this person is not, or maybe like, you know, you're in a circle, a group of friends. How do you navigate through that?
As I do a lot of spiritual practices and I do tarot as well, I can intuitively understand the vibe around me. So that is for me. So for example, if I'm sitting with you, I've done energy healing courses as well. So your energy and my energy is matching, the vibrations are matching. So we both are at ease, we both are happy. Okay. So I'll tell you to do one experiment. Okay. You have to think about one person who makes you the happiest.
Thought.
How are you feeling from inside?
Great.
Yeah.
Happy.
And now think about one person who you hate or maybe you don't like the presence around. How do you feel instantly?
Yeah.
You feel a little
Weird,
off, right?
yeah.
So I think my intuition power is that strong that if I'm around people, I can instantly feel that energy, if it's vibing or not. And I think with time you understand. You're observing their patterns, how are they behaving in certain situations, are they lying, are they jealous. I think I can't be around people who are jealous of me. I think that's your vibe too.
Yeah. That is okay, but like first time if I'm meeting you, for example, so how do I come to know that, okay, should I meet her again or no? Is she like giving me good vibes? Like for like normal people who just.
But I think that's a process of trial and error. You can't judge anyone, you know, by the first meeting. That is also one thing
Yeah.
I've learned over practice. I can't keep on judging people. Even if the first meeting was bad, okay, it's not compulsory. For example, even if we just met for a random cycling session. We didn't spend a lot of time together. So I think I'm being very kind and humble in this space that it's okay even if this first meeting didn't go well, I would try it again.
But when it connects, it connects. What do you think of the morning routines? Like you scroll on Instagram, you see like 1,000 people posting their perfect morning routine where they wake up at like 6 a.m. They do their skincare, they work out, they cook. So do you think it's realistic? And what is your opinion on that? And what is your morning routine? I really want to know this.
Oh, so for me, my morning routine is that I wake up at 5:30 in the morning.
Are you serious? Or you're just saying it for the camera?
No, I wake up 5:30 in the morning and I read books. So like recently I'm reading the book Atomic Habits. So I did a speed learning course for that. That is like the Brahma Muhurat, where you wake up in the morning and that time your energies are much more high. So after reading my book, I'll have light breakfast, I'll do my meditation for a bit, I'll do my gratitude exercise because that is the time where everyone is asleep, there is no one to disturb me. So I think that is the time that I like. But yeah, when it comes to that perfect morning routine, you don't have to force yourself with that. Even if you're waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing no shit, it doesn't make sense waking up at that time. I feel that even if you're getting up like by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock and you're having your day planned strategically, it's more than enough and you have proper sleep obviously.
Yeah.
Because I think one major problem that people face is due to lack of sleep. When they're not sleeping enough. And it's gonna damage your brain in the long run. That is what I believe. I will have my proper sleep. I can't function without my sleep.
Yeah, I like where you said that even if you wake up at 4 a.m. and do nothing or like
Yeah.
scroll,
Yeah.
so it doesn't make sense. So rather
Yeah.
have like a proper 8 hour sleep, wake
Yeah.
up and don't force yourself to like
Yeah.
have a proper morning routine. And I
Definitely.
feel like even with eating habits, I myself am very strict on myself. Like if I eat junk, I'll be like, oh shit, I ate junk. I'll feel bad about myself. But then I've come to a point and I've realized that it should always be a balance. So like I keep a rule called 80-20 rule,
Yeah,
where I
the
make sure
Pareto
to eat
principle.
clean 80% and like 20% on weekends or like
Definitely.
maybe occasions, parties. I have like a 20% rule where it's fine. I can grab like a slice of pizza or something. It's not gonna make a
Yeah.
big deal of it.
Definitely.
So we should just be at par with ourselves and keep a balance and not like
20 is the best way to sum it up.
but like sometimes, you know, I don't want to go to this place with my friends or at this party, but then I feel like I've cancelled like 20 plans already. So let me just go for this one because
Yeah.
then I don't know, I'll lose out on the friends or maybe they'll not talk to me. I have this fear of losing the good friends of mine or maybe they'll be upset or whatever. So then how do I deal with that? Like I've already made like 20 excuses and like
Yeah.
again, I don't want to go for that party. I want my sleep, I want to wake up fresh, look good and go for my shoot. But I also don't want to upset my friends and I'm stuck in this loop. So how do I get out of it? Like how do I say no again?
How do you say no again? I think I go through this on a daily basis because I'm so
I think
focused on my
everybody
own.
goes through that.
Yeah, I think I'm focused on my work
Yeah.
too much to give my time there. So first of all is having like understanding friends. You have to define your vision. You have to explain your vision to your friends. That this is my vision. I'm actually very busy, and I think the right friends will definitely understand. So first thing is the clarity of communication. If you've not communicated it and you randomly give on plans and then you're going out with other friends, then that old gold friend is gonna feel that you're just giving reasons. But at the same time, if you're having like a clear communication that like this is my plan and I'm actually very busy, I'll not be able to give that much time, that I really love you. And I think quick check-ins you can do, right? You can just have like a 10-minute call sometimes. You can update them on WhatsApp. So I think that is one thing that you can do. And for the friends who are going to create chaos and drama in your life, just understand they're not the one for you.
Cut
I
them
think
off.
saying no is very, very important. You have your own goals, and I think we all are adults now. Have you seen those Instagram posts that adult friendships are like you're directly going to meet after 6 months?
Yeah.
I think having a clear communication is necessary if you don't want to lose out on friends.
And I mean, in this situation, you'll come to know who is your true friend.
Yeah.
Like you'll get a clarity on who is your true friend and who really like values you even if you don't
Definitely,
meet them.
definitely. And I think with us also, if you see, we don't meet every day. When we used to go to the gym, we used to meet every day. But now we are not able to because we are both busy in our own business. But there is nowhere that you're coming and telling me that, oh Harsha, you're not meeting me, you're forgetting me. All that bullshit crap is, I don't think so, our vibe.
Because I think both of us are ambitious and I understand that, you know,
That
it
is
is
what-
our peak career moment where we need to like build our own stuff and limit it.
So you have two
Keep our
choices.
circle small.
You can't drain yourself and complain that my god, my time is wasted, and you still do the same things. It's in your hand. Sacrifice is needed. If you want to go far, you need to do sacrifices. You have to lose friends, and I think that's
Yeah, like I've lost like I think as a person who came from a girls' school, I always like wanted like guy friends, girlfriends, lot of friends,
Yeah.
big group, and I had that, and I felt like as I grew up, I became more mature, and now if you see like my circle's like not even like 50% of what I had before. So I think with age, with time, we become mature and we realize our circle, and I'm like a no drama person right now. So I really just want two things. Just want to focus on my professional life and my personal life. So, money moves. Financial tips to be that girl.
oh my god, I'm the worst
We
person
know
to ask this.
independence and like girls are gonna be like earning their own money, paying bills on their own. We don't need a man. We have money. So let's do money talks.
What about it? What about it?
I am earning my own money since I was
Yeah.
15 years old, and I'm really proud about myself. I barely ask my dad for money, like unless it's my education bills or like a big trip I want to go to. So I feel like being independent is one thing, and not misusing that is one thing. So I'm independent. I earn my own money, but at the same time, I know that I need to have control on my hands. Like I can't splurge money. I know where I need to. Investment is one thing I really believe in. Like if you're just starting out, you can invest in gold. That's like the best.
Yeah.
You can invest in SIPs or maybe just keep like a savings in your bank. So that is really important.
Yeah.
Because at the time when you need it or when you're in that emergency situation, I think that's gonna help you.
I think that's definitely right.
Yeah.
And I feel not doing over expense in the pressure of peer pressure that, you know, I want to buy this luxury only because everyone else is doing it. That's a very stupid move. And I think I'm in that process where I want to invest a lot of money in learning. I want to invest a lot of money in maybe hiring people. My salary, even, like my money even goes in paying salaries. So I think that is that expense for me, and I think that's gonna compound for me. It's
Yeah.
gonna give me greater results.
Yeah,
so I focus on that. I would give a large chunk of money in my gym membership. I would not think about it.
Yeah.
I would go to the best gym possible. I would, take up the best mentor for my business advice. I would spend on all that for now. I don't care about the fancy luxury bags.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm out of that
Same.
phase. I used to be that one, but now I understand that I want to be in this space where I just want to focus on my professional growth.
No, but I really like to spend on myself. Like most of my money goes in myself. Like my gym membership, like you said, the clothes I buy, like just
Yeah, clothes definitely, yes.
Massages. I have like a self-care day where I just go have a massage, have good food, and I feel like now that I've changed my diet, also I feel like that's very expensive. Like it's costing me a lot. Like ordering
Healthy food is more
like ordering blueberries from Blinkit cost me like $500 a day, and like order it every day. So I feel like when I've changed my diet, that's become very expensive, but at the same time, I'm not eating in fancy restaurants. So it's like a balance. So I'm not spending there, but I'm spending here.
I think a large chunk of my money goes in number one clothes, definitely, and
Yeah.
gym clothes because I
Gym
work out really good.
clothes, same.
And like those boss vibe clothes that I want to buy.
But like I do this money management thing where I have this diary, okay? So every month I write, like for example, I started this in October when the gym, there was this guy who told me about money management thing and I was like, yeah, I want to try. So I made a budget. I'll tell you the guy's name.
Oh. What? He told you that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he told me.
But that's-
he's this uncle who told me. So, but that was like a very
Yeah.
good advice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I wanted to try it out. So that was October in 2024. I made October. I wrote 1 to 30.
Oh.
1 to 31, and every day whatever I spend, like if I'm spending nothing, I write nothing. If I'm spending $500, if I'm spending $3,000, if I'm spending $10,000, so I write it every day, and then I total it at the end of the month. Like I do a proper budgeting. And I come to know that every month how much I'm spending and where I'm spending. So I'll know where I can like control. I can keep a track of every month. Like last month, which was March, I spent a lot of money. Like that was the highest I spent ever. So I know that okay, these are the things where I can control because IPL matches and this and that. I bought tickets and concerts and everything. So I spent a lot of money last month. So this budgeting really helps. So if you guys want, you all can try it out because it really helps you track your spendings and also you can alter and check your performance.
I think I'm really bad at this. I give my accounting thing also to my brother that you do it for me because what happens is now I'm earning my own money, I'm very independent, I'm very impulsive with my money decisions actually. I'm not thinking, even if that thing is for like whatever amount of money, I'll buy it if I like it. I'll not think twice about it. So I think I'll have to keep a track. As you mentioned, I'll also do the same
Yeah, that's
thing.
very important.
Yeah.
Social media detox challenge.
Oh my god, I can't do that. That's my work. That's giving me money. I can't do any social media
Yeah, I was
detox
just
at
gonna
this point
say
of
that
time.
like being like a that girl, I think I'm a that girl. And like I show that and I help people motivate them through social media by showing my journey or like what I do, what I eat. So I think like if I go on a detox then I don't know what's gonna happen. But like every now and then I do go on a detox like half an hour before I sleep. I just switch off everything.
Yes.
I just read something, do my Reiki and meditation and just go to sleep.
Yeah.
And when I wake up for half an hour I won't use my phone. So that's like a detox and like I keep a screen time like on Instagram I have a screen time of 1.5 hours.
Yeah, that's
so like
actually
yeah, when I exceed the time limit I get a message. Sometimes I ignore it and I keep using it, but many times I follow it also.
Yeah.
So these are some techniques I do because completely going off social media doesn't make sense and you can't force yourself to do that.
Yeah.
But at least you can keep some limits or checks
Yeah.
where you can reduce it.
So for me also what happens is when I make my monthly tracker, I do a habit tracker thing where I track myself in business, networking, spirituality and all of that. So I note down what are my major distractions the entire day and one of them is like reel scrolling. So that what I do is I remind myself whenever I'm scrolling a lot, I remind myself that now I'm done. So what I do is I do work in sprints, right? As I mentioned, I'll do deep work for 45 minutes. I'll keep a timer for 45 minutes. I put my phone away from me. Because when I was reading the book Atomic Habits, it's like change your environment.
Yeah.
For example, if your phone is there beside you when you're sleeping, you're very prone to use it for hours. But if it's in the other room, you're not going to go in the other room and check it out.
Yes, even the Pomodoro technique.
Yeah,
I
the
think I
Pomodoro
really
technique,
like that because I do it for like 20 minutes. I'll focus, I'll do my work, I'll finish it off, and then take like a nice 10-15 minute break, and then again get back to it. So it's like a balance, and I feel more at ease also. So I'll use my phone for the 10 minutes, and then I'll again get back to it. So I think that really helps.
I think for my Instagram also, what I do is I have
Guys, Move Maniac, do follow her page. I'm gonna link it in the description below.
So on my Instagram also, I follow people who are giving me great value. So even if I'm scrolling, I'm getting a large chunk of information for myself. So I think there's a lot of info right here. I think we're done with a lot of yapping now. Let's play a game now. You have made me play one game, now I'm gonna make you play one.
Game time.
Let's go. Then I'm gonna give you certain scenarios and you have to give me a yes or a no. Okay. So the first question is, wake up at 5:30 a.m. to journal, meditate and stretch.
A big yes.
Do you wake up at 5:30?
I don't wake up at 5:30 a.m. but I wouldn't mind waking up at 5:30 a.m. But definitely starting the day with a good stretch and journaling really helps. So a big
journaling
yes.
is one most important thing, guys. I would want to tell you on this. Journaling makes you aware of what you're feeling, your emotions, and once you become emotionally aligned, I think things start falling in a much more better sense.
Yeah, with me it's like whenever I'm frustrated or angry, I'll just like
Write it
start
down.
journaling
Write it
because then
down.
that'll make me feel better. I don't want to vent it out to a person and drain their energy. I would rather just vent it out on my book.
Okay. Skip her skincare routine because she's too tired.
I mean,
But
it's
she's
like
too
it's
tired.
neutral. Yeah, when you say skip her skincare routine, I'm like, no, girl. But then when you're like, she's too tired, I'm like, it's okay. I mean, you can skip it.
Yeah, and
It's
removing
fine.
the makeup even if you're
Yeah,
too tired.
removing the makeup, I would swear by it. Even if I'm tired, even if I'm whatever, I'm dying, I'll still remove my makeup and go to sleep. Skincare you can skip, it's fine. But makeup, you should remove it and like give a nice cleanse your pores and sleep, guys, or else you'll wake up with acne.
Scroll on Instagram in bed until 2 a.m.
Nah. I need my sleep. I'm a sleep baby. I'll go for hibernation, but I won't scroll Instagram. No, like 12 a.m. max, I'll go to sleep. Nah.
I think your body has a cycle. You should sleep at the time of sleeping. Yeah. Post a morning routine on Reels on YouTube Shorts with trendy music.
Yes. Of course.
I think I do that.
the engagement. Also,
Yes.
so trendy music, yes. And morning routine, yeah, I keep doing that.
You believe in like color-coded to-do list for the week?
Yeah, I do. Because like
That's
when it's,
fancy.
Yeah, because when it's like for
Gives
me,
you that
it's
pump to
like
do it.
yeah, gives me that pump. Like I said, wearing cute gym outfits like make you feel good about working out and make you feel good about yourself. Similarly, to-do list, ठीक है list बना लिया, नहीं यार थोड़ा color coded हो गया तो फिर वो मन होता है करने का.
Yeah, I think making things interesting is one way to go towards it.
Exactly.
Even when people ask me how do you work out every day, I think I just tell them I make it fun. I don't make it something that I have to do. I just make it fun for myself. That I'll do Zumba one day, I'll do yoga one day, other day I'll do spinning. So I think making anything fun makes you do it more often. Yeah. Start a day without making the bed.
Never. That's my first habit. Like first I wake up and then I'll do a headstand because I want all the blood to come on my face.
Isha's like that, flexible.
Yeah, so I do a headstand. Like on my bed only, I'll just do it, and then I'll wake up and then first thing I'll make the bed because then my mom is gonna kill me. So with that fear
Number
also,
one thing.
with that fear also, I just make it because it makes me feel good. Also neat.
Go a whole day without moving her body. My God, don't say yes to
Harshita will not die. No. But Harshita will to die for first thing.
You can't say yes.
No,
to
but movement to ho hi jata hai. Like
Yeah.
anything, like even if I don't go to the gym, even if I don't do yoga, whatever, but movement happens. Like I go down, I'll walk 20-30 steps. I will just stretch in the morning. Like I said, I do a headstand, I stretch. So movement yawa ho jata hai, like you know. But definitely, I would never go a day without moving because I wouldn't feel good about myself. Like when I sleep, I wouldn't get sleep because it's like my mantra is work like a donkey and sleep like a dead body. Because if you work and if you move and if you do stuff, then only you are going to get a good night's sleep.
I think when you do a lot of things which makes you feel good, that dopamine rushes, that means that even if you're tired.
You get that melatonin that time. And when I don't do anything, it's like a lazy day. Like when I'm on my periods, like usually I don't do anything because you can't do, like we are from an Indian family, you can't do much on your periods anyways. So then that time I don't get really good sleep because I haven't like pushed myself, so I don't feel good.
Use affirmations in the mirror before leaving the house.
Affirmations is my key. Like whenever I do Reiki, like it's a spiritual practice. So in that also you have to use affirmations and make signs and symbols. So affirmations is a must, especially when you're feeling low on confidence or if you're feeling too drained out. Like a quick run through on affirmations will definitely like raise your vibrations and then you're good to go.
I think that's one way of doing positive self-talk. And have you
Yeah.
tried the mirror technique where you just go in front of the mirror and you shout it loud that I love you. You're the queen. I believe in you.
Yes.
Because I think how much ever you write it down that I love you, I believe you, until unless you don't feel it, you can't embrace it. You can't become
Sometimes
that.
I just fake it. Like that
Yeah,
they say,
fake it until you
till
make it. Yeah,
So like whenever like I have shoots also, so many times I don't feel like I have back-to-back shoots sometimes. So I don't feel like really being in front of the camera. I'm too tired and drained out. So I just go in the washroom. I look at myself. I'm like, Isha, you are a legend. You're the goat. Let's go. Let's do it. Like I make myself feel that way. So then I feel like it portrays on camera. So sometimes I just fake it, even in social groups or circles. Also many times when I'm with a big group, like sometimes I don't want to talk to that person, but I'm just like,
Okay, I have
I'm
to do
just
it
like
anyway.
yeah, socialize and like
Yeah.
I'm making money out of it or some clients or whatever. So I'm just like, कर लेते हैं यार, क्या
That's a funny
जाएगा?
move. I think we'll go to the next one now. Eat fast food in the car while crying to a sad music.
Bro, like it depends on
Breakup
the
song.
situation. I mean, I wouldn't do that. Because I'm very like
It's just so hard to do that, bro.
No, I wouldn't do that. But like for people I know and my friends also. So I don't have an opinion for that. I mean, depends on the situation. Like if there's a big crisis.
Big crisis, what do you
I mean that
crisis?
time you can crisis. I mean like a very such a
Where you're like,
situation
okay.
where
I
like
think crying is a good thing, yeah. You have to
But
cry
like
out.
eating fast food, like crying and like people eat ice cream, you know,
That's
like tubs of ice
self-harm, I
cream.
think.
But yeah,
That's self-harm
That's
also.
self-sabotage. Don't do that. But it's fine. Like कभी-कभी कोई situation ऐसी हो जाती है तो चलता है.
Say no to going out because she has a Pilates class at 7 a.m.
I would.
I would
definitely.
do it. I would do 5
I would
o'clock, I will do
definitely
4 o'clock in the morning.
And I have done that. I have literally
Have
done
you tried Pilates?
No, not for Pilates, but like for gym, for workout. I've literally done that.
Right.
Even Saturday nights, mostly I've cancelled plans just because like both of us could work out, you know. our Saturday
Oh yeah,
nights.
we've done that.
Yeah.
Right, definitely.
The art of romanticizing your life.
How to romanticizing your life.
Like how do you make every day feel so special? Like you said, you like to do things interesting in an interesting way.
I think for me, special is doing what I love. My work, number one thing, and working out.
But
That's
even
my
work-
routine every day.
But even work, like you love it so much, but sometimes you obviously get
Yeah, yeah.
tired or drained
Yeah, I
out.
do
So then
that.
how
I
do
do
you
that.
like cope up with that?
Because I have a long-term vision that I want to reach there. So even if the days are hard, even if the days are like I can't do it, I just trick my brain into believing that this is something that's going to lead me somewhere. So I'm working and I'm learning the techniques of mind hacking, rewiring your brain. Okay, so even in the tough situations, you have to tell yourself like get up. Because if you see one thing you read everywhere, that believe it and you can get it. Have
Yeah.
you read this
Yeah,
everywhere?
yeah.
But it's not that simple. It's just not that you believe it and it happens. You have to do a lot of self-work in that process. You have to become aware of your traumas, you have to let go, you have to forgive, you have to love yourself, you have to be kind to others. And I think if you be in that energy entire day long, the day passes very smoothly. I think that's number one.
We love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. What is the romanticizing thing for you?
For me, it's like taking everything slow. And like music for me plays a very important life. So the kind of music I listen to, I get into that zone, and I'm like, whenever I feel low, I listen to music and I just do my work, and I feel like, wow, like I feel like I'm in a Bollywood movie. Just like, you know, so the music really sets my tone for what I want to do.
I think taking slow is something I'll take from you.
Yeah.
And I go slow during like the evenings. Morning I'm all pumped up with the work, and then evening I go slow. I go around to my workout session. I talk to people out there. You know, for a 1 hour workout you take 3 hours because we are just yapping there. And I think we have good people at our gym, so we talk to them. We have fun.
Yeah, and I don't wait for someone to make me feel special.
That's
I
that
make
number one
myself
thing. Yeah.
Feel special. So that is one way of romanticizing your life. Like
definitely,
do stuff for you. Like if no one's getting you flowers, get yourself flowers. If no one's getting you chocolates, get yourself some chocolates.
Yeah, I think definitely. When you are in that energy, you automatically vibrate at a very different frequency. You're gonna attract people in your life who are of high value. You're not gonna attract people who are so low in their energy. And I think that's number one thing. You have to do things for yourself, and there is no one
Yes.
else doing it for you. Because if you keep on waiting that, oh my god, only if this person does it for me, then only I'll be happy, then only I'll be happy. Let me tell you, the person is not gonna do anything for you. You have to do it for yourself.
Yeah. Glow up in 30 days. Like people watching
Glow
this.
up in 30 days. I think if you want glow up in 30 days, you should start working out. You should just start moving your own body. Because what happens is once you start moving, everything changes. It's not just physical. It's more internal, emotional. It makes you more stronger. It makes you love yourself. It makes you feel so confident about your space. You know, it makes you feel confident about yourself that you're doing something for your body.
But there is a myth, like even when I was 16, I was in my 11th grade and I wanted to start going to the gym.
Yeah.
But I didn't because my dad said that your height will stop or like there are certain myths, especially
Yeah.
with Indian families, where you shouldn't work out before you're 18 or like till you're 21 or something like that. So what do you have to say for that? Because I in my teens want to work out, but my parents are not allowing.
You're not a teen anymore, Isha.
No, like for
Okay.
the teens out here.
Oh, teens out here. If you see that girl, Arshia, she's
Yeah.
like a 10-year-old girl who's doing deadlifts. Have you seen her videos? I think you should put it up also somewhere here. She's 10 years old. When she started it out,
She's
her father did a lot of
very famous
research.
on
Yeah,
Insta.
her father did a lot of research, and I think it's okay to do it. There is no harm in working out. It just you need proper supervision. Working out is very necessary. I think even for kids, even for teens, rather than giving them phones, build like a good setup at your home where they are doing that monkey pose.
Calisthenics
Yeah,
and like-
it keeps them engaged. It keeps them sharp. You know. So I think that is very necessary.
So glow up tips, guys. Work out, eat clean,
yeah, I think that's
drink a lot of water.
I think number one is working out, and the number two thing is becoming emotionally aware. How do you handle your emotions? Because if you can't do that, you're very prone to go into a depression or be stressful the entire time. Doing positive self-talk is so important because I've studied psychology and I've done a lot of therapy courses where it's like how you train your mind,
Yeah.
how you speak to yourself impacts a lot of things in your life.
Train your brain, yes.
Yeah,
Totally.
rewiring your brain to believe that things are possible, rewiring your brain to tell that yeah, you are the best version of yourself. I'm becoming that best version of myself.
Yes. And guys, I'm manifesting that my YouTube channel I soon hit 1K subscribers and I get monetized. And this podcast.
She wants money, guys.
Yeah, and this podcast, like obviously this is like a very chill setup, but soon we will have like by God's grace, and when you guys subscribe and when I have money, I'm gonna have a proper setup and we're gonna do a very nice podcast. But I really want to thank Harshita because she has given such insightful knowledge. Being 23, she is so aware of the things and so ambitious, like a powerhouse of talent, I would say. She's given us a lot of tips which I'm definitely gonna use, and I hope you guys also implement it.
Thank you, Isha. It was very, very nice speaking to you. And I think whenever we have a conversation, it's all about fitness. It's all about personal growth, business, money.
It's all
And
something
there's
that
energy
makes
I
sense.
like. Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't talk nonsense.
Yeah.
It's always something
We
that
can't do
makes
that.
sense.
I think we can't do
That's
that.
why I was like on my first podcast, I want Harshita.
Yeah.
Like I really want to get her because we vibe.
Yeah, on the
Yeah.
same topics that we talk on.
Yeah, and there's another podcast coming on Harshita's channel, so do subscribe and see you all in the next video.
Bye, guys.